Hey Canucks fans, let's talk about the battle that's brewing for spots on the fourth line for the team. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, October the 4th. If you're new, this is what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. As always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up for a free 7-day trial using the link in my video description. Thanks to everyone who joined me for my 10 p.m. live stream last night. It was great. We talked about the 3-2 Vancouver Canucks win over the Winnipeg Jets in preseason action. We talked about my impression of the guys, what it was like to be in the arena, what it was like to be stopped many times. And I love it. I love it. I'm a celebrity in my own mind, right? I love the fact that I got to meet a lot of people, people giving me the thumbs up, people taking pictures, and overall, most importantly, just meeting people for the first time. Everyone from the CBG, the Siakam bodyguards, to 4 really cool guys, to Winston, to Sterling, to many other people. So, it was great to see many of you there last night. One thing that I noticed with the signings of Pettersson and Hughes, that storyline is now off the table. I'd say the biggest storyline going forward is Travis Hamonic and his immediate future. But I think the second biggest storyline is going to be this battle for fourth line roster spots, fourth line starting the season. Because we know from Jim Benning yesterday that both Brandon Sutter and Tyler Mott, I don't know why I said, I'm thinking of Travis Green maybe, or Travis Hamonic. Both Brandon Sutter and Tyler Mott will not be starting the season with the team. Sutter for sure, and then Mott, there's no timetable on his return. So that's 2/3 of our fourth line. Those are 2 good penalty killers, which I'll get to in a second. So really got me thinking, who's going to play on this fourth line? Now, they seem to like JT Miller at center. JT Miller likes playing at center. He feels more involved in the play, touches the puck more. But with Miller playing on, potentially as a center, you could go Pettersson, Horvat, Miller, or Pettersson, Miller, Horvat, whatever order you want to use, as the 3 centers. You could put Dickinson as the fourth line center. And then that would, instead of Dickinson in the top 9, which, you know how we'd be talking about Pettersson, Besser, Miller, Horvat, Hoglander, Garland, and then Podkolzin, Pearson, Dickinson. Maybe you move Dickinson out of that. So now you're looking for one more top 9 forward, winger, right? Because you still have Besser, Garland, Podkolzin, Hoglander, and Pearson as your 5 of your top 6 wingers. 5 of the top 6 wingers in the top 3 lines, if that makes sense. You need to put someone up there, and then you need to fill out the fourth line. So if you don't have Sutter, if you don't have Mott, but you need penalty killers, this is what I would do. I would put Nick Petan up into the top 9. I was really impressed by him yesterday. He's a fast skater. I joked around on Twitter that one time Chiasson and Petan were entering the zone, the Winnipeg zone. Chiasson was ahead and Petan was behind him calling for a drop pass. But Petan is so fast, or Chiasson is so slow, that by the time Chiasson dropped past it, Petan was already past him, and then the puck went to no one. So, or maybe that's more on Petan. But still, I like Petan. He scored the Canucks' second goal yesterday, that nice little shot from the slot. He's fast. I've liked what I've seen from him. So I would try Nick Petan in the top 9. I wouldn't put Alex Chiasson. I don't think he's done enough, and he doesn't kill penalties. So my fourth line would be Dickinson with Giuseppe and Highmore. And I like that because all 3 of those guys can kill penalties because, again, Sutter and Mott, without them, we need penalty killers. And then your 4th forward penalty killer could be a Pearson or a Miller because they've done it before. So you could roll out Dickinson and Giuseppe, for instance, and then Highmore and one of Miller and Pearson. Not sure how good all those guys are in the face-off circle except for Miller, so that might be an issue. But, that's one thing. The other thing you could do is, when it comes to the penalty kill, the Canucks could go out and try and get a guy who's good in the face-off circle that can kill penalties, and preferably a right shot like Brandon Sutter. So that's another option that you could do, is go out and find someone on the waiver wire. But let's say the Canucks aren't going to do that. Let's say they're going to try and fill from within. I could see, because of the fact that Giuseppe and Highmore can kill penalties, I give them the inside track for that fourth line. So again, my lineup could be Pettersson, for instance, with Besser and Hoglander. If they want to run Miller, Garland, Podkolzin, which they've done in 2 preseason games, then you could also go Horvat, Pearson, Petan. And there's your top 9. And then Dickinson drops to the 4th line between Giuseppe and Highmore. That's what I would do. So that means Will Lockwood, as impressive as he's been, still not sure if he's there yet. That means Jonah Gadjovich. I think Lockwood's ahead of Gadjovich. So if I don't have Lockwood making the team, at least the starting lineup, then I don't have Gadjovich making it. That means no Zach McEwen, who I've talked many times. I'm not sure if he's Travis Green's favorite in that role. Nothing bad, just I don't know if Green's very confident in him. Then there's outside guys like Bailey and Dowling and guys like that. So I would see it as, that would be my strongest lineup. If you have Patan in the top 9, and then you have, that means you don't sign Chason after his PTO, and then you have Dickinson with Giuseppe and Highmore as your 4th line. Now, if you still put Dickinson in the top 9, then you have to find a center to center that 4th line. And I think Patan has played center. I think Highmore has played center. I don't know. That just doesn't give me enough confidence. For instance, if you put Dickinson up there with Horvat and Pearson, for instance, and then run a 4th line of Giuseppe, Highmore, and Patan, and then one of those guys got to play center. I kind of like Dickinson in that spot until Brandon Sutter gets back. But the thing is, we don't know how long that's going to be. So that's kind of interesting. That's an interesting roster battle for me, is who's going to play in the 4th line. So I'd love to know what you guys think. If I had to choose, if I presume that Sutter and Mott are not starting the year, I go Petey, Besser, Hoglander. I go Miller, Garland, Podkolzin. And then I go Horvat, Pearson, Patan, and then Dickinson between Giuseppe and Highmore. And that's my top 12. Now, if they could always run back to the line that they had yesterday. If they want to go back to Horvat, Pearson, Hoglander, because we know that they play well, then you could go back to, and you still want Miller in the center. So you could go Horvat between Pearson and Hoglander. Then you go Miller in the middle with Garland and Podkolzin. You keep that line together. And then you go Pettersson with Besser and Patan. That's another thing that you could do. So basically, you'd be swapping Patan and Hoglander in that scenario. So a lot of scenarios, but for me, let's focus on the 4th line today. It's always more exciting to talk about the top 9, especially you guys, the top line and top 6. But let's focus on the bottom, the 4th line today. If I was to guess, I'm going Dickinson, Giuseppe, and Highmore as my 4th line. But let me know in the comments below who your ideal 4th line is, and maybe it's predicated on where you put Jason Dickinson. Shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang, and to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, and Shannon Hollingworth. Thanks for all of your support, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this during my videos, on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. This Wednesday, members only live stream, and then we're 2 weeks away from my 24-hour live stream. I'm going to start to finalize details this week. Can't wait for you guys to join me for a some, all, or portions of it. I guess that's the same as some. Anyways, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, leave a comment down below if you'd like to, and become a member if you'd like to. Leave the comment on who's your ideal 4th line for the Canucks this season. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.